Okay. Was that? It was us. Cool.
Okay.
Sorry. Hi, we fixed that.
I have some sound issues.
All right, taking a breath and redoing intro, but very fast. Not really. Right now we have Dayani and StarBfly going at Electro Tune, a slow 12.
And this is the first song of the set. This is not a warm-up.
Yeah, they were hanging out warm-up while we were fixing a lot of stream issues, evidently. But we are all good now.
We're back. We're good to go. We've got the last part of Electro Tune here. Star with a pretty significant lead, but there's always room to come back.
Yeah, it looked like it was the jacks that gave Dayani the most trouble in the front half of the song. She's timing very well now, but it's still just 10 or so behind.
And there is one last No, that's a hit.
Sixth.
Closing the gap there, but Star being able to take it mainly because of that intro. Just a really solid grasp of those double taps.
Yeah, so catching up on what we were saying at the start, Star and Dayani, this is the start of Pool 4, Day 2 of Zenith. They're playing 2 songs. The second one is Disc 13 that I can't remember the English name of. It's also a pretty low tempo, which might also be good for Dayani's no-bar timing.
That's true. You would know a lot more about Dayani's skill sets and what she's good at, more than possibly anyone else in this venue.
That's true. Her home arcade is our house in LA. I don't remember any intel on this song in particular, but in general, a low BPM song that is not just very busy, it could be a pretty good piece of timing fodder for her.
Yeah, Dayani, a player that has some very, very low perfect counts on everything up to 14. She has 6 on a 14, I think is her ceiling.
So her favorite score that she put down for this event was an 8 on Hoshi, the 14.
Oh, wow.
And she has been collecting MFCs on songs up to 10 or 11 or so lately. They are within 1 at the first rest. Both are gold. Both have been timing very well. They're still within 1 after the first grade, so this song, which was the Star Protect, is very strong for both of them.
Yeah, super even so far, especially Star holding that gold combo for a very long time.
Dayani now up by 4 after being down by 1 at the previous rest. This is going to be one where it comes down to probably a few perfects. The whole song is just like this, and it's just about who stays more locked in. Dayani with some nice 8th note crossovers.
Yeah, gotta respect doing all the tech here, which is great, especially no bar, because that gets really difficult.
More of those 8th note crossovers, she likes doing them, and it fits for no bar players where crossovers are a little easier and double steps are a little harder. So oftentimes her favorite things are charts with 8 note crossovers that most people don't do. She is now up by 8, still very close, but just gradually sliding very slightly ahead if she can hold it together. Still 8.
Still a bit of song left. The crossover is getting a lot trickier, so there's a lot more opportunity for one player to trip and lose a decent amount of EX. That might have been a spin.
She holds on to... Okay, now she's pulled slightly further ahead, and we're at the end. And they split the songs 1-1.
And we're going to game 3.
What level range? This pool is 11 to 14.
So yeah, I believe I saw Roppongi in there. I don't know if it was this song.
Yeah, I believe we'll be able to get the card draw up here when the next few people come up. Taking a look to see if we see who's walking up now, but we'll see them in a moment.
So yeah, if you're just joining us, this is the very first set of Pool 4, and we have more Pool 4 going on our other stream. Are we on SoCalDDR?
Yeah, let's see. I think on the other pool I saw Falchion and maybe FiGGiEs, but not... No, FiGGiEs is coming onto this pool now. So we'll see with the let's back up here. So this is the first pool of day 2. The pools are 8 players with 2 advancing up into the next pool, and they start with 3 rounds of Swiss. So we're going to see 2 matches on each cab where all 8 players play a round to start the day, and then they'll do Swiss rounds afterwards. FiGGiEs and Julie coming up on this cab, and they are going to be playing Chronos Walk With You, one of my favorite 4 teams, and Common Break Difficult.
Chronos Walk With You is very tricky. It has a lot of very DDR things, I think, with the slowdowns. It's very early, and the ending is kind of a huge difficulty jump with the ending crossover run.
Yeah, there's a 12th note run at the end, and then a drilly run with crossovers just to end the song.
So no matter what, throughout this entire song, there's going to be a huge swing point, which is scary in tournament when you're spending the whole song like, okay, am I going to do the thing?
Yeah, and the crossovers can get you if you don't remember them. I was just distracted for a second by FiGGiEs and Julie taking selfies over on the cab, but it looks like they are jumping right in.
If you want to know what's happening on the other stream, we're streaming on
Red Note Gaming
and SoCalDDR.
And I believe we're SoCalDDR.
I actually can't see. Either way,
The people
we'll be
watching know which stream is here at table 1, and the other table is Red Note Gaming.
And we'll be on both streams all day. Until the final. Then I believe we're consolidating to...
Yeah, I don't remember whether it's top 4 or top 2 when they just come down to the one stream.
But you all will know. We'll let you know where you need to be.
So they're taking a warm-up song because it's their first song of the day, respectively. Private Eye, often a favorite, just timing, practice 12. Makes sense as a warm-up.
Just a lot of 8s. It really gets you in the swing of things. 160 is a pretty comfortable BPM. Where they're going to be speeding up a bit because they're going into Common Break. Or no, they're not going into Common Break, sorry.
Common Break is 180.
That's the second song.
Yeah,
so
Chronos Walk With You, I don't remember what it is.
I believe it's
155?
140? We'll see. So yeah, getting into this first song of the day. We'll see if these
FiGGiEs
players
with a
can walk in.
4 clocked on this on her account.
You said 4? Show me what you got. All right.
I have definitely tried to time this. It is a pretty good timing chestnut, but it has a few weird freeze arrows.
Nate Bias says Private Eye. Exactly.
FiGGiEs with the intimidating warm-up white combo. Still ahead by about 8 or so.
That is
Less
so
than that.
intimidating. In a warm-up, seeing something like this, it really can sort of get to your mental game. Where it's like, you can't beat this score if it just stays white.
You know, and even if Julie's being good and not watching her, this just makes you feel good when you do it.
And of course, what I always tell people, your score on the warm-up doesn't matter. If you're locked in when the set starts, it doesn't matter. You could get a 0 on the warm-up and still win the set.
Yeah, it just gives you a nice confidence boost that, like, you're hitting all your 8th notes correctly and are going into the first song having a good feel for where everything is.
Exactly. Alright. The 6 perfects, I believe.
Yeah, ending at -2 should be 6, and then that's going to be 20 or
Wow.
30 for Julie, yeah. So,
Just to let you all know, we have quite a few more pools, and we are already getting 12 STPs. So that's where we're playing at right now.
Yeah, that's true. The warm-up PFC is just flying in the very first round of the day.
Haven't touched an arrow today and get an STP. Love that. So we're gonna go into Chronos Walk, unless we're getting a second warm-up. I guess that makes sense. Oh no. If both players choose a warm-up, that's also pretty reasonable because we have a lot of matches to go. And agreeing on a warm-up is hard. But it does look like we're going to be going into Chronos now. Or Chaos. We could also go... We could...
148. I was wrong.
We were both wrong.
I really do like this chart. The slowdowns are cool. The dotted eighth rhythms when they sneak in are cool in the slowdowns, and a lot of varied rhythms throughout the entire thing.
It's, honestly, the song itself is really interesting because it's Chronos, but a remix of it that's actually just 4/4.
Yeah, it doesn't have the awkward 5/4 part, which I always find disruptive in the 15 because I don't remember it well, because I played this chart so much more, just because I like it better.
It's like we're trying to decide on our speed mods. This is a tricky one, especially because you're going to have that half speed section. So trying to decide what to read this at, it's hard.
Yeah, with short slowdowns like this, you can't really vary your speed mod much from what you would normally do at 148.
Especially if you like to read faster than 4x, because you have no options, essentially.
I saw Julie picking 3.5, I think, so that would leave her at something like 518.
Right,
And I approve of the 525 speeds. I love playing at 525.
It's comfy. So getting right into it. We have we have box. Okay.
They start out very tight. Both players clean on the intro and those syncopated gallops.
Both players very locked in.
Yeah, they're still within about 4.
We're coming into the first
Tied
slowdown.
at the rest, at the slowdown.
And FiGGiEs dropped some misses at the beginning of the slowdown, but still a lot of time to come back. And a second slowdown.
It's so easy in a tournament to forget something like a slowdown. You are so laser focused on staring at the step zone and timing, and you just forget to think about what's coming next.
Especially in an event like this where there's also, you're thinking about the next matches you're going to be playing. You're thinking about your opponent. There's so many things to distract you, and then you get out of the zone and forget. Oh, at this note, the notes are just going to become half speed.
Now with the time between slowdowns, yeah, FiGGiEs has clawed back a lot of points just with very good timing.
Second slowdown here. Oh,
she
no.
forgets the beginning of that slowdown too, but is still up by about 15.
Yeah, taking a pretty solid lead, even with dropping those slowdowns there. So, again, there's not a lot after this that happens in this chart until the very ending, which is going to be a huge swing point.
Mostly easy sections now until that. Like you said, FiGGiEs has built up a comfortable lead. I think it was definitely closer for a while after dropping with a mistake, but often if you have very good timing and you make a mistake at the start, you wind up erasing it as the song goes on. Both of them get one miss on the ending crossovers, and FiGGiEs takes a comfortable win.
And yeah, it looks like both players, like I said, the sync on that song can be a challenge, and both players, when they're getting perfects, they mostly blur slows. It's hard to keep yourself ahead of the song like that. Yeah, both very solid here. AAAs. Again, this is the level we're playing at now.
And now we're coming into a much easier song, Common Break 11. I don't remember the 11 very well. Common Break is very cool musically, basically just old classic.
It's definitely going to be just the 8th note can you walk into Common Break. Much different sync on this, which will be interesting for that sort of sync red flash adaptation skill.
I don't remember which player locked in which, but we've seen FiGGiEs MA be terrifying in a warm-up and just very strong in a 14. So I imagine she's feeling good about this.
This is definitely, after that Private Eye, this is the one you want to be playing in this match.
Julie coming up to 540 for this song. FiGGiEs still calculating, and she's going to settle on up to 3.5, so 630.
That's a lot of rhythm. That's a
So that's like very comfortable, just MA sniping playing. Unless she always plays at 6:30, maybe she does.
So yeah, like we said, going into a pretty simple chart, there's a half speed section in the middle, which can be tricky. I'm not sure how that's charted in the 11, but with a song with a lot less notes, and a lot less opportunity to drift in and out the window, messing up the slowdown could affect a lot more.
Do we have to go? Yep. Clean start for FiGGiEs. She just looks at home on this. Julie only a few points behind at the start.
Still very even, but again, FiGGiEs just starts the song and does not get perfect, which is super intimidating.
Julie's only behind by 3 perfects in the first 60 steps, but you get the impression FiGGiEs is just not going to give anything up. And so far, she literally hasn't.
And so that's going to be the first perfect. Still very even, which just shows how locked in these players are right now. We're coming up to the first slowdown. We'll see if both players... Yeah, okay, they know it.
Drifts just a little, but definitely remembered it coming. And
FiGGiEs
quickly
has
gets
leads.
right on beat.
FiGGiEs has a significant lead now.
Yeah, she's just someone that you would have expected to have extremely strong MA, and I think getting relatively straightforward charts like this is going to make her very hard to beat. It would be interesting to go and check who picked this.
I'd have to imagine it was FiGGiEs.
Yeah, even though she's a very strong player, sometimes in a match you might think easy songs are going to be your bread and butter.
Yeah, even if you're comfortable with the execution of higher level stuff, sometimes you just, I know I can lock into the window better right now, so we'll just do this, and that'll be the skill test. Both of them still have really good MA in this match, which you'd love to see.
FiGGiEs with the plus 15 on her PB, just increasing at the end, is still very impressive, and a comfortable win.
With the PFC, just right then and there. So that's going to be 2-0 for FiGGiEs. With 20.
20, yeah, wow.
And we're going to be moving on to our next set, which I believe we have to go for.
6 in warm-ups, 20 in the round. She's going to be fun to watch for this whole session.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so that's round 1 of the Swiss over, and since we accidentally jumped in during the first song, we finally have a moment of a break to say, hello, I'm Hamlet, this
Hello.
is Vivi,
I'm Vivian.
and yeah, day 2, pool 4, there are going to be pools 5, 6, and 7, and then a top 4. You will see me in pool 5 immediately after this, Vivian in pool 7 a little later this evening.
And you'll be in pool 5.
Yeah.
All right. It's going to be exciting. If you're just joining us, we basically just started. We have this stream. We're streaming on Red Note Gaming and SoCalDDR, so you can find all the matches for the day there. We'll be here all day.
Yeah, for the next Swiss round, their players are getting paired up into 4 matches again, and we're going to see 2 with different players on this cab again. They're doing their card draws now. What's up?
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, cool. So we are currently at
Full take.
Ursa Major? We'll have to get updated on the Zenith star map soon.
We're in here.
I'm pretty sure that's already though.
Okay.
Cool. And
I love that we have Cygnus.
yeah, definitely.
She's somewhere.
And we should call out, in addition to Cygnus, Julie, who we just saw as one of the TOs.
Oh yeah. Shout out to all the TOs. This event has been amazing, even with the venue change and a lot of logistical changes that have had to happen. It's been a fantastic event. The side events have been So fun.
Yeah, you played in at least one of them, both of them?
I played both of them. We had the Mods Medley side event streamed yesterday. That was exciting. If you've ever wanted to see someone try to hit Marvelous's while they're singing Row, Row, Row Your Boat, it's a good event for that.
They came up with a lot of just fun challenges. I kind of like side event nights at these events because they give you something to do other than like come and play 6 songs and like usually, unless you're you, don't get to move on too much more.
Yeah, especially like it just kind of, you get to play a format where you can't possibly take it seriously. You're just hitting the arrows and having a good time. And then on tournament day, you can be like, all right, let's do this.
It's a nice fun thing you can do that you can't do at home. Play easy songs while forced to hold hands with your opponent, while forced to face right, while forced to sing.
It's something you need like a little bit of stakes for, even if those stakes are incredibly low. It's just like, all right, we're both gonna 1x no bar reverse.
The evil sudden plus butler, which I got to be for one of the rounds. Shout out Dayani, who has been extolling the virtues of the concept of a sudden plus butler for tournaments for a long time. Coming in the form of the evil sudden plus butler who gives you sudden plus at the wrong time. That was probably my favorite mod. Yeah, we were saying Cygnus, who's on the Constellation map, is not competing today, but Julie and Star, who we have both seen on this pad so far already, are both Julie running the tournament and Star running a lot of the organization for SoCalDDR and for this event.
So yeah, it looks like we're still getting card draws done. Do we know who we're going to have up next?
No, I suppose we could have had the start.gg up to see the Swiss. I see FiGGiEs coming over. Not FiGGiEs though, I believe. I think we're just not updated here yet.
I'm looking at the sheet for our player information, and because I was curious about what FiGGiEs had said, and apparently she got her first MFCs while pregnant. So that makes sense that her MA is that. That's probably pretty difficult.
Yeah, I mean, the last time everyone was gathered for a women's event was pre-COVID, for like a main women's event, which I think is what FiGGiEs was talking about, Infinity Stage, while 8 months pregnant.
Oh, wow. That baby's gonna have good timing.
Absolutely.
Alright, so we have Falchion versus FiGGiEs. Wait, no. Their in-game
That's
tag
not
is
FiGGiEs, it's a little hard to see from here. Is that Loveless? Falchion, and it's a little hard to see from here. Is that Loveless?
Sometimes we don't know the players based on their EMU's tag. I was confused a couple times because I was watching the Big Deal and Malkier was playing, and their tag was Hamlet. And I was
suggested that to them in Discord because they wanted something ending with EJ, and so I'm proud to sponsor Malkieri in the other Women and NB event going on this weekend in Dallas, where they took second. We have Super Max Me Difficult coming up here.
This isn't a warm-up, is it?
It's presumably not a warm-up because it's their second round of the day. But we haven't had Jeff run over to us and show us a card draw yet.
This one is particularly infamous for having one of the highest difficulty spikes in a 13. It jumps up to something that could be in the expert challenge for about a measure. The rest of it isn't easy, but it's definitely a strange chart in that regard. And Falchion opting for Mirror, which is interesting. It's possibly for that section in particular.
Yeah, I definitely don't remember the difficult chart well enough to know if it has any awkward movements on up or things like that.
Both players very comfortable getting the first speed change because this is a very fun one to try and time because there's a lot of non-half speed, double speed changes. There's 20 BPM changes, there's 50 BPM changes. And we're going to be going to that first slowdown right after these freezes.
Falchion has extended their lead a little from the start of the song, just gradually having slightly better timing, and now that looks like about 30 they're up by.
First miss, but still a pretty comfortable lead. We're going to be going into that fastest section with the streams. Those streams.
Even though this song is hard, I really do enjoy the 16 oddly much.
Oh, it's great. I love all of them, even though they're a bit old and a kind of strange thing.
I think we've accelerated into the highest BPM ending now when the long stream is in the 16. They've got some tricky dotted eighth note step jumps here.
Yeah.
Ooh, and that crossover run.
Falchion
That's what
nails
we're talking
that,
about.
though. That's really impressive. Because that... What is that, a 160 crossover stream?
Yeah.
Which is a little hard.
I think so, because this song is actually max 300. Or, sorry, is actually max unlimited, so it should be 320.
Yeah, Falchion is very comfortably taking that.
So possibly that was their pick. We didn't get to see. But it looks like we're going down to a 12. Oh, wow.
No.
Very different chart.
So on our sheet for what we know about these players, Falchion has played this a lot because they've been grinding for a PFC and have a lot of flags on it. So this is either a pocket pick or just something that was probably amazing to see.
They probably pocket picked it. It must be. Because, yeah, the survey says if I flag Heaven is a 57 again, I might scream. At
So
7
we'll see what
flags
happens.
on this, I know that feel. So, let's see if they get the 8th flag right now.
This is a fantastic.
Both players
DDR.
very locked in at the start.
PSP dropping a couple of greats there. This one's such a good time. Especially in Pittsburgh. We love Heaven is a 57.
One little miss on, I think, a freeze crossover, but otherwise, very clean.
Still
And just
keeping it very close.
these swingy charts, it can take a long time to get the correct MA timing into your head.
Exactly. Especially because this has a lot of those syncopated 12 into the next 12 combat speed.
Yeah.
We got the lightning speed. Both players doing very well on that. That would be the one I'm most concerned about because it's not a true half BPM slowdown, even though it looks like that at first. Yeah, coming up to about the halfway point of the song. This is a very old chart, so it's a little short, as most of them are.
Last slowdown, a classic moment. They take a hand off the bar to just turn and do it.
Falchi taking a pretty comfortable lead with that last slowdown. And that's going to be a 2-0.
Another comfortable win for Jenny.
Wow. 2 greats win this. It's not a flag, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, you know, if the song is that hard to PFC, because so much of it is so weird, coming here and AAAing it solidly is very good. Maybe people who can see the other stream could tell us if that is up 2-0 now for Falchion.
Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of 2-0s. It's just kind of... Especially if there's pocket picks involved, it's hard. It's hard if your opponent gets a good draw to to push that to 2-1 or to win 2-0.
It looks like I see Dayani and I think Croissant walking up to the cab over to the side of us. So Dayani we know was 1-1 from seeing her first round. Over here, presumably Croissant was also?
Cheer Girl and Neutrino.
Cheer Girl and Neutrino, okay. Neutrino, I'm assuming that's different.
All right, Dayani locked in Cheer Girl for the first song. It makes sense, a very timeable 13. And Croissant locked in Neutrino Difficult. Weird timing changes, just two different tempos and two halves of the song.
We're definitely going from something incredibly simple to something I don't even want to look at.
Yeah, I didn't get a good enough glance to see if that second one was a pocket pick. I don't think the first one was, because we were just saying after Heaven is a 57, in the 12 and 13 folders, they're so big that pocket picks often just give you the huge advantage of a song that the person has not practiced in ages.
Exactly. We're going right into it. I'd imagine, you said Dayani is 1-1 right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so in this format, both these players are most likely 1-1. I love seeing Cyber. I'm not a Cyber player, but I love it. Such a good person. Going into the first tough part of the chart, we have two of these little 16th note sections. And Croissant with a pretty confident lead, but
They're within one, so this is going to be a timing battle all the way through. Croissant pulls up by about 2, well now it's 2, 3. It's going to be hovering around there for a while maybe.
yeah, these empty 8th note sections, as we've
Tied, 180 steps in, that's exciting.
oh, we're almost dead tied.
Boy, this could stay this tight the entire song. A chance for Dayani to just show off no bar timing.
Yeah, such clean form. I was saying this earlier before our match started. Very minimal no bar form. It looks very impressive and it's very precise.
Yeah, and playing at home on Step Maniac's pads and having to adapt to the cabinets in use today, which are somewhat more recessed, is definitely a challenge she's had to pay a lot of attention to during warm-ups, and she is off to a good run here. There's one miss, but she is ahead by 6, 3. I think, did she get a drop right at the end there?
The drop 3 is
but
scary,
still 3.
but still winning by 3. Oh, very solid.
Whatever little oddities happened with a miss and a drop, yeah, she squeezes out an MA contest and must feel good about that. She's smiling on the pad.
And we're going to be going into Neutrino then, which is a little more complicated. We'll see how, I hope both players know. You at least always love to see when both players know what they're getting into.
Yeah, and I have no idea if Neutrino is a weird chart that she's paid attention to. It's the kind of thing that's suspicious enough to potentially have been a pocket pick.
It's definitely a song that has its fans, and if you're not a Neutrino fan, you're a Neutrino hater. I cannot disclose whether or not I'm a Neutrino hater on stream.
You still have to play. I suspect Day might not know the chart well because I think I saw 1.75, which is pretty slow unless you need to sight read the 2 speed ups, the 2 one measure speed ups.
It's at least enough to make sure that you can read the 300 section.
Yeah. If you need to, basically, like any song with brief speed ups, if you have to read them, you have to use a pretty low speed mod. I can't see at the moment what Croissant picked. Oh, they're the same.
Yeah, 175.
Okay, so I really have no Kremlinology about who might have pocket picked it, but they both are comfortable reading slow, which is a pretty interesting start.
Yeah, it does make that comfortable to read, but all these notes are going to be so squished together.
Dayani sight reading some 8th note crossovers, picks up 1 miss, but still ahead by 3.
We're dead tied.
Just a lot of weirdness with the tempo changes and footwork, and both players with some good timing moments and some mistakes. Sort of no idea what could happen here.
And if either player is struggling with the timing changes, that was the last one. We're 210 BPM for the rest of the song. But Dayani losing her footwork a bit on these 8th notes. And Kassan is very comfortable timing these.
Yeah, I think the sudden change to 210 was just a very, very awkward moment for figuring out whether to sight read these 8th note crossovers, and there are a lot of them.
And we do have a last part here, but Kassan has taken this. Oh, wow, that's a hard ending for as well.
So they split 1 and 1, and likely players who had split 1 and 1 the first time, which means that they both might have a pretty significant third match to see if they move on to the playoff.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, when I was at Boba Cup a few months ago, the last tournament we went to and commentated, about halfway through my commentary, Yama came over and yelled at me for biased commentary in favor of Dayani, and that hasn't happened yet, so I wonder where he is.
I don't know, let's bring him over.
Maybe he's busy, maybe he's sober, I don't know. Lots of possibilities.
So yeah, we're going to be going into our next match.
I can't see, it looks like card drawing behind me is, well, StarBfly and Croissant are all standing in a circle, so I'm not sure which two it actually is. And Dayani is kind of near there too. It's possible that all 4 of those players are somewhere around 2 wins in the Swiss, 2 song wins. In the pools, players get points for both song wins and match wins. Oh, here we have the scores on the screen, but it's not updated for the second round yet. Info as it comes.
If I'm distracted, we have Pump It Up in front of us.
Minorly distracted, just Amber playing Pump. So yeah, we have the third round of Swiss coming up. These are still 11 to 14. The pocket picks can be 12s and 13s. And I believe the songs are also filtered a little bit by soundbite difficulty ratings.
Okay.
So I think the easiest 11s and the hardest 14s aren't in the mix.
Oh. I want chaos. Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see as those difficulties ramp up. We've seen the first song of the day actually was a 14. But other than that, well, we saw Max 300 Super Max Remix, which is probably a top tier 13, I'd have to imagine. But yeah, as the tournament goes on, we're going to start seeing more and more of those harder 14s, harder 15s, and also just we're going to see more brutal pocket picks because people are ready to play the weirdest songs in the game and just be confident that they'll win on them.
My pool right after this is 12 to 15. It's 1 level up, which I'm not entirely happy about. 11 to 14 would have been so nice. Everyone loves 11 to 14.
Yeah, play your 15s.
I caught a glimpse of the card draw when they changed the scene and saw that neither of those were pocket picks in the last round.
Okay. So that was just Neutrino. Just in the wild.
So that was just Croissant making a good protect on Neutrino.
We're zooming out. Oh my god.
I think I see StarBfly waiting for the cab behind us, so they might be frontrunners of the group with probably something like 3 or 4 wins. But we will probably find out in a moment.
Yeah, because I believe we saw Star get a 2-0 and Falchion get a 2-0. Unless
We
I'm
saw
mistaken.
Star split 1-1 with Dayani.
Okay. I can't remember what song. they
It's
played.
amazing how your brain fries when you're just here trying to talk and watch everything that's going on.
It's a lot of DDR
And remember
all
everything you
weekend.
saw in the past hour.
They're doing the draws now.
Okay. We're going to be doing the draws now, so we'll see what they're going to be playing very shortly.
Jeff Haruki doing the card draws for the players. Another person who has been very instrumental running this tournament. Shout outs to Star and Falchion briefly running into the frame behind us.
I think, are we trying to get live card draw? Live player reaction?
Well, we just got a little crowd shot there.
I do think that's underrated. Getting the reaction of people when they see their draw.
When you're playing like 11 to 14, I feel like you're never happy with your card draw. There are too many songs
There's good songs.
and too few that you actively know that you like. Thank you.
Thank you.
After this, you and me have to go get our pictures taken at 7
Okay.
something.
I told Amber, but does Amber know she has to go back there?
Maybe not.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to stay hydrated due to playing right after this.
I would stay hydrated. At home. If you're not even near a pad, go drink water. It's great.
Actually, when you're spending the entire weekend in a round one, it's surprisingly hard to drink water.
Well, it's hard because you gotta walk all over to that water fountain.
Water fountain, you need to have remembered to bring a water bottle to fill, or else you're buying water. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so Falchion and FiGGiEs with 2-0s so far. So they are almost certainly moving on to the playoff round, but the middle group are going to be fighting for 2 spots to go against Falchion and FiGGiEs in the playoff round. And the playoff round is going to be a best of 5 between 2 best of 5s between the top 4 players in the Swiss.
And I believe we have our card draw reaction. Looks like we already drew the cards though. So it's not quite the same.
So I'm imagining Day and Loveless are drawing to play on the other CAD. Hello chat, Root Reducer, Freddy, Jackie, Sushi, lots of people from Life 4, other Discords.
Oh my god. It's the root reducer.
Yes, hi Root.
So it looks like we're almost good. We're just getting a lot of card draws done. Once they're done though, we can move things along.
I'm being a little slow myself on Sunday. You know, last time I commentated, I remember specifically joking with Julie sitting next to me that my advice for the crowd was to never get good enough at this game that they make you play on Sunday. And now
No, it's great.
she's running the next event and she's making me play on Sunday. I just got completely owned.
Skill issue.
You don't
except
understand this
your
one.
skill's too good, and that's the issue.
You don't understand this one. You only play on Sunday.
I played on Saturday for mistake on the lake, and then I had to wake up 4 hours later and play on Sunday. That was, I was so tired.
Just don't practice. You can be finished with your tournament weekend on Saturday. You can party. You don't have to get up Sunday. You get to play 11s. It's just an amazing time. I can't recommend it
you can party
enough.
before Sunday. You'll just feel worse. Midnight drive to, oh god. That's real though. That's one of the things I'm most thankful for with Mistake on the Lake is that I live 2 hours away. So it's like, we can just go. And it's like, you don't even have to get a hotel if you're doing like one day. That's what we did for Mistake on the Lake 3, which was a mistake. That wasn't supposed to be a pun. But yeah, we had to drive so late.
Honestly, I can't complain at all. about the timing of this event because Sunday or no, they start at noon, and that's amazing, actually.
It's so much more relaxed.
If you start your event at noon, I won't complain at all about what pool you put me in.
I'm so glad that most events don't have the 10 a.m. pools. Because that's a hard pool if you're playing, like, fighting games, where you don't have to, like, physically exert yourself for hours. In dance games, it's miserable. Yeah, Warp Drive, I just don't like flying to things. Flying sucks.
Yeah, getting to drive here, I keep accidentally calling this a California tournament, but it's not, but it feels like one, because we drove here, and it's run by SoCalDDR, so they understand. SoCal is just subsuming Las Vegas now.
SoCal is just slowly consuming the rest of the Western United States.
I think that's what SoCalDDR is trying to do. Ooh, Julie and Star.
Oh,
all right,
God.
so
we
Julie
have a Julie
pocket-picking Delta Max. Brutal. I love the unhinged pocket picks you
I
get
love that.
in 13s.
I love that so much. So yeah, Delta Max and Stalker Sunrise. I think 90% of players would say one of these is a little easier than the other. Because level blocks are very funny. I'm a little sad that we have Straight Cats and Sunfish Drop there, and we're not playing those. I do love those.
I know, there are a lot of songs on here I would have liked to play. Pocket picking Delta Max is brutal though.
I love that. I love that so much. That's true. 13s, there's a lot of 13s that could probably be 14s, but then I don't want them to be 14s, because then I'd have to learn them.
The 13 invisibility amongst top players is so funny. Life 4 came out and everyone just started score flooring the 14 folder and forgot about everything below.
Life 4 conspired against 13 so hard. Ben Madsen has a personal vendetta against the Island Song, I bet. That's the entire reason Life 4 exists. Shout out to Life 4, by the way. Having players learn the rest of the game, because there's some fun stuff in this game that sometimes your eyes just glaze over if you're not told to play it.
So let's see. Okay, I see a 1-0, I believe non-boost. I didn't see what Star picked. I think it was also 1-0 non-boost. It may have been 1-2-5.
I think I saw 1.5. We're gonna.
Why does Julie always have cut on our account?
Julie?
What is she doing before coming up to these rounds?
So Julie was playing what is it called? Mods Medley, and her challenge was 1 foot DDR on cut 1 with jumps on. So, and I believe for her past matches, they've reset the cap, which makes it so your settings don't save.
That's very funny.
So-
Don't mind me, I'm stretching a moment because I have to play in half an hour while we're not on camera. Just looking weird over here, standing up for commentary.
We got healthy DDR player habits here. You are not. We got stretching. We got water. We're really winning.
965 and 981 the players have clocked in the arcade, so honestly anything could happen. Yeah, Star's going a little faster, right? Her speed's
that's
obscured, but
significant.
that must be 125 non-boost, which is a bit spooky on this.
That makes me worried for her, but I mean, I figure she knows what she's doing.
Like, at the end you're reading 550 plus quarter notes for just a short few measures.
It is pretty short.
And there's like one odd bit of footwork. It's a segment that you plausibly can read very fast compared to your normal. Player's very even at the start.
Julie with really good time on these games.
I already forgot which of them pocket picked this. I said it out loud. I think it was Julie.
It was Julie.
But Star is within 3-4 as we start getting to the noticeably faster part.
Yeah, this has been very even, which you love to see on a pocket pick.
One of them loves to see.
But yeah, this section has been giving Star a lot of trouble which is worrying because it's going to get a lot faster.
I think what's happening right here is one of the hardest parts of the difficult chart. It's speeding up to like 200 or so, and there's still a few fast 8th note runs.
This part's very dense and still has the speed changes, so it really feels physically the most like you're speeding up.
Julie has now built up a healthy lead just by keeping it together a little better with timing during the accelerating part.
And I am eating my words because Star is reading this pretty comfortably.
Yeah, the ending is
terrifying.
not what's giving her trouble at all. It was just that one fat bit with the fast burst.
Wow.
She actually closed it to about 30 at the end from being down about 50.
Yeah, actually, really shows how fast Star can read. Just that catching up to Julie on her pocket pick at the ending of Delta Max.
Yeah, I mean, the last measure of the song is 573. So she was up over 700 and, you know, just kind of leaning back and staying light and trying to read quarter notes without turning. You can do it for a short period of time if you need to. But yeah, keeping up the MA while doing that on a song she hadn't practiced is impressive.
That's very impressive. Going to Sakura Sunrise, which I believe has to be Star's pick.
Yeah, it was a Star Protect. Nice jaunty 181 BPM 14. Is this the one with the jacks or the step jumps? Both?
It's the step jump.
It's step jumps.
It has jacks, but the jack Sakura
Is Mirage.
Mirage,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's definitely go both players. Chat spots that Julie has sushi in her pacemaker. That's very funny. So really, we don't know what's going on with her. Star has a nice score clocked on this, so she must be happy about protecting it.
All right, going to the first little step jump section. This is kind of the whole motif of this chart, is these streams crossing over or double stepping into step jumps.
I didn't get a chance to see if we have any 8th note crossover likers in this match. It looks like no.
It looks like we've got double step enjoyers.
They're within one, quite a ways into the song. One miss from Julie. They're still within 3.
These gallops here. This is a very easy place to trip, but it looks like they're pretty comfortable. Julie dropping a grade or 2.
Star pulls ahead a bit in that syncopated section you talked about. Unsurprising with the high AAA she had recorded on this. Sushi feeling very seen in the chat. We all know what his score was at exactly this point in Sakura Sunrise, and isn't that fun?
If you're wondering about Sushi's score, that's the ultimate call-out.
If you ever wondered how you would be doing against this song, on this song against StarBfly, now you know very, very well.
But wow.
Star pulls ahead
with a
steadily
great
as the
combo.
song goes on, and they split 1-1.
Very impressive. And I believe since that was just a protect, I believe Star's pocket pick is still on the table, which the later you get into the pool, the more scary that is for whoever you have to
Okay. So, okay, excellent.
Okay,
Right
Just in
into the Tokyo 3 pocket pick from Jenny.
I was gonna say, we got the audio back just in time for Tokyo. Aren't you guys excited? And then, yeah, we need the scene change. Alright, going into Falchion's pocket pick, all weekend, they were playing the achievement hunt, and we played 2 Tokyos in a row because they love it. They were saying, they want to learn all the evolve charts because it's such a good tournament skill because they're so common.
I don't actually know it. I guess I'm giving myself away on that one now. But someone picked it on me at Boba Cup and I won. Oh wow, they were tied for a little while and then Falchion picked up a pretty good lead.
Yeah, I mean, this is why it's pocket pick. There are things that I'm seeing that I didn't even know were in this chart. Really something that like you have to spend time with before going into it at all.
The stops are just very weird and non-musical, and also the song has so many red notes that you have much worse visual cueing than usual of when a stop is going to happen.
Exactly. So yeah, it looks like most likely Falchion is going to take this, especially because the ending is even more tricky with the stops.
And coming into this kind of final Swiss round with their pocket pick still up is quite an advantage because, like we were saying, it's such a likely song win.
Yeah, absolutely. And at this point, it's kind of use it or lose it. You know, you have one more round, there's no reason not to use your pocket pick. When you get into the next pool, it refreshes anyway.
I forgot the second song that we saw was coming up. It was displayed on the screen for a bit while we were dealing with sound issues.
Ishtar Expert.
Nice. That's just a favorite 14.
Yeah, again, second set in a row that we're getting one of the weirdest 13s and then straightforward 14. There's some tricky parts to this with knowing what foot to start on, but overall, it's a good, solid start of it.
What's burned into my head on this one is Dayani telling me 1 8th note crossover you do so that you don't have to double step on the 5/16th note bursts.
Yep. It's sort of giving Nisok's Princess in that way, except it's not like 190.
Yeah, and the rest of the song is so friendly.
The rest of the song's so nice.
This is honestly just a great intro 14 for people wanting to break into 14s. It is mostly pretty rhythmic 8th note patterns, 5/16th note bursts, 2 notable crossovers, and then a fun little bridge with a lot of freeze arrows.
We're getting right into it. This one? No, this one doesn't start immediately. The 16 starts immediately. Falchion opting for Mirror, which is interesting. We've seen a lot of turn mod strats from them in the tournament so far already with Max 300 and stuff.
Often just a sign of good trap. I often just don't keep a good list of songs to mirror other than like very rare ones I'm keeping a specific list of. Falchion up by 4 at the break. Mirror on this one is surprising because it moves both the crossovers to up.
Some people find those more comfortable. It's
Weirdos.
Coming into this first stream event.
Still 3 or 4 points ahead only.
Ooh, getting tripped up a little bit by the crossover. It's going to make this almost completely even.
Yeah, they did the back crossover that we were just talking about, moving it to up arrow, and I think got a little bit of, that's where the grade came from, but still ahead by 3.
Yeah, Falchion up by about 4, so still plenty of room to swing either way. Bit of a break.
Both players getting a nice rest, MAing all these half-note freeze arrows just fine, but coming back to the A section, we'll see.
Ooh, getting tripped up a little bit here. Looks like FiGGiEs did as well.
The 1 half measure stream.
And Falchion's going to take it 2-0.
pulls ahead by 12 EX, and so Falchion, yeah, will take that 2-0 and be first in this group.
Let's go to Galaxy stage. I love that meta.
I think they should unlock Galaxy unlocks. I think that would be fun.
We interrupt this tournament to bring you Ho CSP.
Really nice runs from Falchion, so don't know how long it'll take him to sort out the playoff matchups. We know that the two players with the home field advantage from seeds 1 and 2 are going to be Falchion and FiGGiEs, but we're not sure who is coming out of that middle group of players, especially because we saw a tie on our side.
Yeah, so we're going to be going into the playoffs now, right? Okay. That's going to be giving us, who's going to be moving on?
Home field advantage was a joke. They're playing right here.
We have, you have personal investment in who makes it out of this group because you're going to have to play them.
That's right.
So
Not first, but potentially.
Take some notes.
Falchion is someone I played against at Boba Cup. So is Dayani.
Dayani, no, there's no way you've ever played against Dayani.
No, we want more tournaments where she advances out of a pool to play with me. It's fun. It's cute.
That happens so much. I hate it. It's like, what is it? There's so many tournaments where it's like, oh, hey, your pool is this person you play every day. Except now you have to drive to it.
Really see who looks like they're doing card draws yet. Okay, I see. Well, we know FiGGiEs is going to be over there. Yeah, a bunch of the players just kind of milling around. Hard to prognosticate from looking over at the caps.
We might be in a new difficulty range because playoffs oftentimes are like just a bit higher, so we might be seeing 15s, possibly.
I don't think so. I bet someone who has the website open can tell us, but I think if this is 11 to 14, we're going to see 12 to max 14, 12 to 14.95.
That makes sense. So
which also means the players can pick 14s. In the playoffs, it's both players pick, and there are 3 that come out of the card draw.
Okay. So we're going to see the Chaos and Pluto enjoyers. Oh, okay. 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 And
we're finding out exactly which 3 players have to do a tiebreaker before we move on into the playoff round.
Love seeing tiebreakers.
I heard one of them was Julie.
Okay.
Julie.
So FiGGiEs, Star, and Julie. And we're going to be playing 4 pool advancements, so that's always exciting. If you're one of the 3 people playing tiebreaker, it's terrifying, but it's exciting for us.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the stream yesterday because I was here. People who were watching yesterday, there was a 3-way tie, and there was a bit of buzz about how to resolve it. So hopefully Alex figured it out then.
Interesting, okay.
Because I think they make them all play the same song. And I think they must be drawing it right now, using some procedure that Alex had to wing it for.
I love those. That's how they were resolving tiebreakers for a while in Rumble in the Prairie, and there were some really weird songs that 3 people had to play. It's a scary format because if you're one of the first ones to play, you get to watch the other people playing and just be like, is this gonna be my score?
Now that we have it on, now that we have 2 cabs here, I think they'll play at the same time.
Okay. Well, I guess there's gonna have to be. Oh no! Wait, yeah, we have 2 cabs, so we can all play at the same time, and we'll keep you informed on what they're doing on the other cab, unless they all want to play on one cab.
Oh, Dayani got second. Thank you, chat, for keeping me informed on important news from over on across the room that I'm sitting in. Did she 2-0 over there? See, now I'm just being a biased commentator, and Drunk Yama is not even coming over to yell at me. This is no fun.
I'm biased against everyone. I'm a hater.
So I'm assuming what this means is going on is that Falcon and Dayani are the top 2 seeds coming out of the Swiss, and then 2 people.
A little bit mixed up. So they're
okay.
determining the top 4 for this pool, and they're going into the playoff round. And from the playoff round, they'll determine top 2.
Okay.
Into the next pool.
So we have Falcon and Dayani and the 3 people that you mentioned.
Yeah, and so they're breaking that 3-way tie, and then the top 2 will move into that playoff round. And they're playing Sword of Vengeance DSP.
Awesome.
Okay. Sword of Vengeance. Did you say DSP or ESP?
Presumably DSP.
Okay, that would make sense.
Sword of Vengeance DSP is a just sad and horrible experience to be inflicted
it's not so
on the.
It's not so bad.
It's just tiring. It's just a tiring 13. For people who don't play hard songs all the time, it matters whether it's a tiring 13.
There's a little bit of static.
So Day did pocket pick Sky is the Limit. I'm glad you all got to see that. I didn't want to say it out loud. And good on her for pulling out the 14 win.
Nightman Flock says Sword of Vengeance DSP is a 14 rather than 13. Because you said that, I am now going to call it a 12. Out of spite.
If you have no energy problems on anything in the 13-14 range, then Sword of Vengeance is probably nothing. But it is just tiring. That's basically, I think, what can get you in a context like this. Yeah, so sorry. So finishing the story, for the 4 playoff spots, we have Falchion and Dayani, and then 2 players from this group of 3 are going to take the other 2 slots, who are tie-breaking on Sword of Vengeance.
Okay.
So we're going to watch FiGGiEs playing over here. We have to do the sad, awkward commentary for one person without knowing what's going on the other cab. Chat can tell us what's going on the other cab. I'm also biased against this song because Day had to play it at Model and was really sad about it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a one-song sudden death where across the 2 cabs, all 3 of them are playing it at the same time.
It's so exciting. Obviously single elim for like a bracket is not good, but for tiebreakers when it's one song, it is just, there's no other way to come back. It's so exciting.
Alex calling the start across both cabs. Let's see how well they have him synced. You know, despite everything we've said, this feels like the kind of song that FiGGiEs could be happy about.
Yeah, it really depends on just how comfortable FiGGiEs is with the 210. Because if this feels like the only 8-note song she's been playing, then it's gonna be great. Because her baseline MA is just so good.
And she's, timing it very well. I don't think will have, energy problems like we talked about. So she could absolutely just snipe the top spot on this one.
Yeah, really solid run so far. A lot of listens.
It is very hard to say more when there's only one person here. I won't lie about that. Just hanging out, watching.
Because we can't see whether...
we can't see the other cab, yeah. Just watching FiGGiEs showcasing an amazing MA run on this red-blue 13.
Star has a lead on cheerlead. Okay, interesting. So it looks like FiGGiEs.
Yeah, so it looks like that will result in Julie getting knocked out if it stays that way, which would still have been a pretty amazing run for her. Thank you, chat, for routing the news from the cab that we can't see behind this one. The step jump doesn't phase her at all.
So close to the end here. We're going to see if she can close this out and get the 13 PFC. Is she double slipping all this?
This is so long. Why is this so long?
Oh, okay. Still really, really good EX.
Just one sad little double step at the end.
58-1. Do we see
58, so minus 60 over here. So yeah, as expected from how it was going during the song, FiGGiEs and then Star.
Wow. Oh, that's a great tiebreaker.
1654 and 1622 from the other side, so quite close from Star. FiGGiEs still taking it.
FiGGiEs taking it pretty confidently. Okay. We've got our promotion play.
It looks like we were wrong, yeah, that was for fourth and not third and fourth. So, sorry for minor confusion, but we do have the correct playoff rounds up on the screen. So, apologies for StarBfly fans, where we thought that she would make it in by taking second.
Still a really good run.
Good runs from Star and Julie, everyone in that round. Two pretty exciting rounds coming up. Falchion and FiGGiEs, who have been really strong through this entire bracket.
Well, they played earlier, didn't they?
Yeah.
They were in the first rounds, yeah. So we'll see the run back.
We saw Falchion go 2-0 on FiGGiEs over here with her pocket pick. So now when they both get a pick, we'll have to see who moves on. And yeah, don't know what to expect with Day and Loveless.
Dayani is still in this. You two still might have to play.
She must be happy about coming out of the Swiss rounds in second place.
Oh, absolutely.
She was very intimidated by this pool, understandably. So, sort of mentioned this in passing before, but now that we're here, I believe the playoff is draw 9, and both players veto 2 and pick 1.
I believe so, yeah. And they also both have opportunities to use their pocket pick. So, I am a little worried about the potential Tokyo pocket pick again, because Falchion can use a different Tokyo type. That's allowed.
That's a good point. And if you've just played someone, you might just know. You might not have to take any risks with a different song.
If you know they haven't seen the Tokyos, then you might as well.
I'm sneaking in my staying hydrated and stretching in between the song breaks too to play right after this. You get to have a leisurely hour afterwards, no, 2 hours or more to stretch however you want.
Yeah. I'm gonna get lunch after this. I'm super hungry.
What's your routine for before the tournament round?
Before the tournament round, like 2 hours before, eat like a lot, and then just stay stretched, sit down and just wait, and then if it's like main bracket, I'll just start fucking drinking Monster right before. That should I feel terrible after bracket, but that's just sort of the way it goes.
Hi to, I see Sab, Ayumi, and I think that's Hamaon saying hi behind us. Little blurry there. And maybe Amber off in the corner.
Yeah. Shouts to Team Heron. Absolutely killing it here, killing it at the big deal. Dunk. Huge run. Shoutouts to Dunk.
It's awesome just having everyone hanging out here. I mean, there too. I haven't gotten to keep up with anything going on there because it's too hard to be online while I'm sitting here.
Yeah. I wish Dallas and Vegas were the same place. And we just had everyone.
I know of one person who competed in both, which is Malia, who you'll see later. I don't know if anyone else. I don't know if anyone else did the Friday night flight from Dallas.
That has to be some kind of record. Competing in two major DDR tournaments on the same weekend. I love that though.
And it's Malia, so she was out partying in Vegas yesterday. Obviously.
Shouts to Chaos. Shouts to Team Heron.
Shoutouts to Malia from the chat, a few of them. Malia fans, well, yeah, we'll get to see her later in 6 maybe? Pool 6, I think?
Yeah, Pool 6. If you're a Malia fan, stick around. And also watch VODs of the big deal, because she was there too.
Looking over to see when card draws seem to be wrapping up over there.
You're right, actually. She should play ITL this weekend as well.
It looks like, I'm guessing from where people are standing around, that Dayani and FiGGiEs are coming to this cab. Not sure though. Always just guessing by seeing what players are walking around by which TOs standing around with laptops next to different parts of the room. MA Leah, absolutely. If she at last card where she climbed a whole bunch of pools and just got rolling and got to be warmed up, she started putting up bonker scores.
She just does that sometimes. It's crazy. She did that for Modal 3, except it was like 5 pools. It was bizarre.
Dayani versus FiGGiEs. I used to play with both of them a good amount at Irvine. So Dayani getting to go up against someone that she probably looked up to in a bunch of ways that she was just learning to play at Dave & Buster's Spectrum Center in Irvine.
I love those matches where it's like they've gotten good enough, they've proven themselves enough to play someone who taught them the game in one way or another.
Oh, it looks like we have a correction back from the last display.
This is different.
So maybe I was right the first time.
So we are going to be seeing...
And StarBfly's fans are just on an emotional roller coaster
Oh my God,
of
you're so right.
of being happy that she actually is moving on.
She's here.
Yeah, and I also see her standing on the other cab.
All right, well, yeah, shout out to Star.
I can't see the score of the other cab from here, but we can see one of the players. All right, looks like we have the card draw coming over for Dayani and FiGGiEs on this cab.
If we see, or no, I think we're going to match now. I was going to say, if we see Malia,
Oh, it's here on the screen.
We'll do a Malia interview.
Cozy
Tell her that her fans are
DSP.
here.
If you have to pick against FiGGiEs, I do understand that one. Poseidon Course K, that's rough. She is going to wreck the MA on that.
I do love that as a pocket pick. It's such a call out. It's just like, yeah, we're going to play like the lowest 14. And are you going to get less? Are you going to get more perfects than me?
This is actually a really interesting set. Kiss 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 is an easy 12. Maybe the sort of thing that both players can snipe amazing MA on. The Soda song that Dayani played in her first set today.
It's bad.
And Hoshi, which Dayani has written in her questionnaire as her most favorite accomplishment score she's gotten. Her 8P on Hoshi at home.
Yeah, that's huge, especially as a game 5 for Dayani. because she's obviously already very comfortable with it. And in a high-stakes game 5, that's what you want. You want to not have to worry about the chart.
All that said, this will still definitely be very hard, but
they shouldn't
I'm
have
excited.
vetoed AM3P. I'm gonna have to have a word with her about that.
Which one?
AM3P Chaos. It's so good.
I shuffled it.
That works, honestly. It's also good on right. That's what I usually play it on.
Cozy DSP, I was saying, I definitely understand if you're like stuck trying to pick a 13 against a strong player like FiGGiEs. It has to be like manageable but a little weird. Maybe slight downside of having a 16 and an 18 that strong players might have played a lot.
Yeah, there are songs like that where it's like, it's not that the chart is especially weird or especially like, especially unknown. It's just that a lot of the time when people are playing the chart, they're like, oh, I want to play the expert or the chapter.
Sort of intuitively remembering where the slowdowns are makes a big difference.
That does make a big difference. Alright. Getting into this best of 5.
First best of 5 we're seeing today, so to be clear, one player from each of these cabs will be moving up into Pool 5 right after this. 1.5 and 1.75 for this 360 BPM song.
Yeah, so going into the first slowdown here.
Other than one miss, Day enjoying the slow crossovers in this.
Oh, FiGGiEs dropping that first drill, but still keeping it very even.
Still very close after Day gets some points from the start of that slowdown, yeah.
We got sideways staircases in this? Oh my god, this is twisted. FiGGiEs taking a pretty decent lead.
Yeah, just very, very hard to find spots in the song where she gives you an opportunity to pick up points.
Exactly.
Dayani's no-bar crossover form throughout this song getting shout-outs in chat.
Both these players score very impressive.
And she's
FiGGiEs
caught back up a
double
few points. To within 10 now.
Oh,
Miss
this
from
is even.
FiGGiEs. Within 3. Suddenly going to be an exciting ending.
That's super cool because that was a mountain to climb in terms of EX.
Coming up to the last speed up within 2 points.
Dayani with all these crossovers.
One miss, but still good timing.
FiGGiEs takes it by about 6. That's huge.
That
Depending on
was
pocket
wildly close.
pick, like we were saying, that is very helpful for the rest of the set.
Yeah, and I hope she feels good against a terrifying player for this pool like FiGGiEs.
Exactly. And we're going to be going into a Poseidon Course K, which is FiGGiEs pocket pick.
What was it again?
Poseidon Course K mix.
Right. Which I said that she likely is going to just be able to MA very well. It's known as an easy to time 14.
It's a classic one too. For players that have been around for a while, this is it's comfy.
This is the end of Pool 4. So one of these two players will advance to Pool 5. So FiGGiEs got the service break on Dayani for her pick. So if she takes this, then she's in a good position to only need one of the remaining 3 songs.
And FiGGiEs with the 13 perfects on this. That's intimidating.
I believe I heard her exclaim out loud that that's from 5 years ago.
Yeah, like I said, this one's been around for a long time. It's such a classic recommendation of like first 14 milestone for whatever you're trying to get.
Yeah, often cited as a first BFC target. A couple tricky slowdowns, a couple tricky things, but it is a good one. Cheer from the other cab right as this song starts. Both starting out tight.
See, if FiGGiEs hasn't played this in a while, we'll see if that charge just stuck around.
They were about tied to within 2 points now, so really, really great start for both players.
FiGGiEs in the lead by only about 3.
Yeah, 4-point difference with Dayani staying gold for longer.
This can be so tricky, but both of them are pretty locked in to this rhythm.
FiGGiEs MAing still to the tune of only 5 points better going into the stops.
Here, there's going to be a lot of twists in this part, so it'll be interesting to see Dayani's form there. FiGGiEs with a miss.
The miss puts them at about 10 apart, but still just an amazing run from Day here.
Oh, absolutely.
First great 300 steps in, just wildly good for a 14. FiGGiEs still holding on to that lead. Maybe both of them are just a touch tired at this point.
A pretty close match, but FiGGiEs is going to take it, and we're going to be moving on to Game 3, potentially Dayani's tournament game.
Yeah, I think we saw that Day can keep up with FiGGiEs in timing for even the first half of a 14, but it does just get a little more tiring. For the player with less experience, just timing at that difficulty.
Exactly. And oh, this is a banger. Oh my god, I love this one. And this is also a pretty good MA check. It's kind of similar to Poseidon Force K in that a lot of the difficulty comes from those little syncopated rhythms. So that's going to be really exciting to watch.
Some weird freeze patterns maybe. It's a bit hard for me to remember which Kiss Kiss Kiss. It's at any rate a much easier song than Poseidon, so
it's got a little bit of that original freeze, crossover, bracket tap, whatever you want to call it stuff, but a little more of a normal chart. But yet, Dayani has a mountain to climb here, with the pocket picks gone, but it's still very doable, especially because she's so comfortable with that last song in the set.
Dayani going 3.25 here. Her 520 is very, very typical for her. I think a song that is much, much less energy demanding than even an easy 14 could help her. And yeah, I mean, she has been keeping up timing with everyone in this pool on stretches of songs that don't throw you for loops in various ways, so looking forward to seeing it. Still very intimidating against FiGGiEs, who was top seed in this pool, I believe.
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, and again, FiGGiEs has 20 on this. 20 perfect PFC. So she's gonna know the chart. Any of these DJ Command remixes are great.
Roughly 3 or 4 perfects to 1 so far. Just very, very clean from both, as expected.
I was gonna say, I was watching the white combo by FiGGiEs, and when I looked over, it was still even.
Yeah.
Dayani doesn't get tripped up by these patterns that don't quite resolve.
Both players just the tightest we've seen so far today, really. This is quite an MA contest.
And like you said, if Dayani could take this, it might be really helpful because she's having a bit of that difficulty.
Break. And the next two songs.
FiGGiEs was ahead by 14 at the rest. FiGGiEs just not giving any ground as expected.
It's been pretty consistent. EX different this whole song. And that's the 3-0 for FiGGiEs.
So FiGGiEs will advance into Pool 5.
17.
That's
Wow.
just intimidating. That was an incredible run from Dayani.
Yeah.
Also the cutest player in Pool 4.
So biased.
FiGGiEs will be moving on into Pool 5. And we'll look over in a moment and see who it is from the other cap.
Yeah, you love seeing the EXPB in tournament. Where's Yama? I don't know.
I asked that. I suggested maybe he was sober and so it's not going to happen. But it's 2 p.m. on a Sunday. That can't be it.
So FiGGiEs is we're moving into the next one.
And
Okay.
you know what's happening on the other side? Star motioned at us that there are 1 or 2 more songs because she is ever the conscientious tournament organizer and thought we were asking how much longer they were going to take. Yeah, more milling about behind us. I think I see an Amber and a Sveta and a Haruki.
We can interview Amber right now while we're waiting. If any of you have any questions for Team Heron,
And
for the future
Karina.
of Team Heron.
Can see FiGGiEs coming in right behind us, obviously happy. I think we may have seen her daughter swing by just a second across the screen.
Oh, I was gonna ask you if she wants to post that interview. You want it? Yeah. Say hi to the people.
Hello, friendly people. Thank you for the support.
That was a fantastic set. That was EXPB on Kiss Kiss Kiss.
I mean, my XPB was 20, but I don't remember the chart. I think I played it like 5 years ago.
Oh my god.
So ignore
That was a big showcase.
ignore my scores on my card. Those are from like 5 years ago, but I'm getting back into it, so I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, I mean this whole pool, you've been like you get on the pad and you're already locked in. The white combo on Private Eye, I think it was.
Yeah.
Just first song of the day.
I don't know.
Private Eye. We definitely talked about.
I don't know how that happened. My best on that was like 4, so I haven't played that song in so long, but once the timing locks in, I feel like you just don't lose it. It just stays.
It's true that pre-pandemic doesn't exist. Anything you haven't played since then is a sight read.
Yeah, good luck in pool 4. You two are probably gonna have a match, so
Oh my god.
so she's been taking notes.
Oh my gosh. Look, let me tell you, Dayani had me like nervous, okay? We all go way back.
I hope. Yeah, I was telling them that she kind of like looked up to you learning to play at Irvine. So that was really great to see, and I hope she feels really good giving you that run at the end of that pool.
I've been seeing her play. She had me nervous, let me tell you. She's really good. So, and if I have to go up against you, I'm really
I don't know.
nervous.
Now I'm intimidated
Oh
too.
my god, this graphic.
Oh my gosh.
Falchion and Falchion.
Falchion and
moving
Falchion.
on, to pool 5. It is of course Falchion and FiGGiEs. We're on top of it. We have it covered. You didn't drown.
I love this. Okay.
Am I like the dancing cat?
This is everyone from the playoffs. That's all 4 of them.
Yeah, so it's those two moving up to pool 5.
Which cat are you?
I am. That's one. Whatever one that one is.
You heard it here first.
I'm gonna have to eat something before my next match, but
Yeah, I think you have a little bit of time.
I do. Okay.
Not a lot.
Gotta feed the child too. So.
Yeah, you go take care of everything you have to do. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
We'll see you soon.
Oh, now I'm really
See you in pool
nervous.
5.
That wasn't meant to be threatening.
FiGGiEs. Everybody getting there. If you win a pool, that little I didn't drown, we have a sticker of that. It's so cute.
All right, so are we breaking now?
Yeah, do you guys want to close out or switching to
Okay, we are going to be going on break now before being replaced with Pool 5 commenters. This has been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Love this event, love it here. I was so happy to get everything kicked off for Pool 4. If you're a FiGGiEs fan or a Falchion fan, stick around. Pool 5 is exciting. If you're a Hamlet fan, this is a great pool.
Yeah, both of us will be seeing you from the pads later, and thank you for watching.